Pulsariffic Current, Pulsariffic Current.
I'm White, it's TEMPHUiBIS here, and Jesus Christ, it's been a long time since I've done a Q&A. My last one was 24th of July, and today it's the 9th of September. Happy birthday, Mum. And so today I'm going to start Q&A, yeah? And you're probably wondering why am I using the night shot today, right? Yeah, well, it's dark now and I don't want to use the floodlight, you know, because if I use the normal light, it will light up everything behind me, but you won't see me. You'll just see me as a black silhouette. You won't even see my face, and that's why I use this floodlight here at night. But I don't want to use up electricity today, so please accept the night shot, and I think it gives a cool effect anyway. Now let's start off with the questions. I'm hoping I ain't lost any I ain't forgot any questions here. If I have, yeah, please just comment me and just say yeah, I've lost her, and I don't know if I can do is apologise. So sorry if I've missed your questions, but I tried and have a look back and I don't think I've missed anything. Alright, jerichoxmv asks, what synths did you use on Pulsariffic Current? I used a couple of synths from Music 3000 on the PS2. I used a couple synths from on the Casio. Oh God, Jesus Christ! Well, from a Casio keyboard, and 2 synths from the Commodore. I used a Music Maker tape, and a few sound effects from the Game Boy Pocket Music, and bassline, and a couple other synths from the Atari 2600 using the Paul Slocum synth cart. And second, did you master the song yourself? Yeah, I did. Personally, I hate to just be negative, but I think the way the song came out, I think it was a fluke. I mean, I'm not very good at mastering songs. I think that's my weakness in music, yeah, mastering. But the song came out so perfect, it's unreal. But yeah, I did it myself. Ferelinstincts asked, since you're going to the UFC 120 event, would be sick if I can go. I was wondering, will you be taking your camcorder? If so, would you be uploading the footage from it? Nope. They made it clear in the O2 Arena that you can't bring your cameras there and stuff. They will confiscate it. This is the reason why people usually use phone cameras. And I'll tell you something here. My phone, the Cartel OT708, has got the most shittest. What's my phone? This phone here. Alright, it looks white, but it's green. The side anyway. It's got the most shittest camera on it ever. You know what? I'll do it for a laugh, yeah. I'll do a video, yeah, with a camera on this, yeah, one day, and upload this to YouTube, and you'll see how good it looks. The second question he asked, what are your thoughts on the upcoming fight between Frank Mir and Minotauro Nogueria? Who do you think will win the second bout and why? Now the funny thing is right here is that you asked this question now, and then you asked the question, then you asked me to make a UFC 119 predictions video, and then you want me to say this now. Well, anyway, I'm going to do a UFC 119 predictions video. I want to do predictions for most MMA events now. But anyway, yeah, as he asked this question before Minotauro Nogueria got injured, so it's not Minotauro Nogueria no more versus Frank Mir. It's now Mirko Cro Cop. I think it's going to be a fantastic match, and I'd rather say why and say all the other brilliant things later on in the predictions video. So let's leave that. Amari 2001 asks, which game are you leaning towards getting? Street Fighter X Tekken, or Tekken X Street Fighter, or both? Personally, well, I was leaning more towards getting Tekken X Street Fighter, to be very honest, right, yeah? But something's telling me, yeah, that Street Fighter X Tekken's going to come out first anyway, which is just going to make me automatically just get that first anyway, right? I had a look at Ryu, how he's going to look in Tekken X Street Fighter, and he looked absolutely smashing. He looked wicked, fucking excellent. You know what I mean? I feel the gameplay is going to be good, but I wonder how the Street Fighter thing's going to work really in Tekken. Actually, it can work. I mean, there has been a couple projectiles in Tekken when you look at True Ogre and Devil. Yeah, I guess it could work. Second, why do you think Microsoft hasn't made an Xbox portable to compete with the PSP and DS, but they insisted on making Kinect to compare with Wii and PlayStation Move? I'm not really sure really, yeah. I think they just want to keep their stuff more computer based, more PC based, although consoles not really PCs really, but you know, most people buy a PSP and a DS, right, yeah? I don't know, I could be wrong, but how much people play it, as in fully, like all the time? This ain't like the Game Boy days. If someone has a PS3 and a PSP in their house, you probably may find them, you would probably mostly bang out the PS3 a bit more times. They only use the PSP when going out, you know. But everything's always online anyway, that I don't think they care about making a handheld. I could be wrong though, that's only what I can think really. And Seguava 12 asks, what do you think of the new Street Fighter X Tekken? In my opinion, it is silly, but we'll see. Now what I want to see is Virtua Fighter vs Tekken. Okay, Street Fighter X Tekken, yeah. I did say that it's that's fantastic. I got to admit, like I said in the video as well, I do think it could have its bad points, like, you know, will Tekken moves look good in Street Fighter? The one little situation thing here is though, yeah, which I have to admit, I have to point out, Street Fighter X Tekken is basically just Street Fighter with Tekken characters in it, as the same as Tekken X Street Fighter, yeah? What we should be seeing is a brand new different game, maybe different game style, different game completely, that has both characters in it. I think that's probably a bit more better really, but it happened, you know? Okay, and Bloody More J asks, are you proud to be English? If so or not? If not, I'm proud to be English. I was born here. You know, I got everything I need. Things that make me like this. There's things in England that I love like this. English Sunday roast. You guys got to try Shadowloss's Arts Sunday roast. It's so fucking nice. You know, I've got nothing. I'm proud to be British. I mean, I like the way we are. I love Japanese a lot, but you know, I mean, I ain't Japanese. Fine, I'm not Japanese, but still, I'm proud to be British. Yeah, I definitely am. Now, I personally don't think Sega will make another console anytime soon, but would you want and support this? To be very honest, I would actually like Sega to make another console, right? Yeah, I think it's about time, yeah, we see some new golden axes, as in some real golden axes, yeah? Because I reckon they'll probably do it properly. They'll probably do it in the way that Sonic the Hedgehog 4 is being done. You know what I mean? We'll see some Sonic. We'll see some Streets of Rage, Golden Axe, Altered Beast, Alien Storm. Gosh, tell me some Mega Drive games. Super Thunder Blade, Space Harrier. You know, all the brilliant old Mega Drive classics. Super Hang-On, Columns. You know, all these there could be some brand new titles of all of these, because these were really good. These were really good titles and very good classics, and everyone wants to see remixes of both of them. So I reckon another Sega console would make it stick on both of that. And one game that's been developed by Sega, I think by Sega, is Jet Set Radio, which everyone loves. There should be a new game of that as well. So now Striker 92 says, if Sega were to return to the console business, would you prefer the aura of the console to be more like the Mega Drive, Saturn or Dreamcast? Mega Drive. Just like I was saying to Bloody More J, you know, I'd love to see most of those old Mega Drive classics. That would be absolutely fantastic. If there's anything I'd want from Dreamcast, it's got to be Jet Set Radio. And anything I want from Saturn, don't know. I don't think there's anything really. I don't know. Maybe Knights. I'm not sure. I don't know. I was never into Knights as it goes. So that's that. And second, do you think King's largely unique chain throw style of fighting may prove to be difficult to put him in the Capcom version Street Fighter X vs X Tekken? Yep, I kind of have a feeling that it'll be hard to do King's things, especially when they could make the gameplay quite fast. Because to do the chain combos for throws for King is a lot of buttons that need to be pressed. So to do it in the, I can't imagine. Because I mean, I look at Zangief's throws in Street Fighter. You do the special move and grab them once, and it's like a boosh, boosh, boosh. You know, in that sort of speed and time. I can't imagine, yeah, pressing triangles, squares, triangles, in that quick time. I can't see that. So that's actually going to be a hard thing. I'm going to see what they've got, but yeah, that is one hard thing. That's probably why I still think Tekken X Street Fighter is going to do it, really. Nicklo23 asks, would you be willing to remix a song if you received a certain % of the revenue? Yeah, I probably would. I mean, I wouldn't mind trying to remix some certain stuff. Hopefully it's something that I would be able to remix very well. Well, as long as you, yeah, it should be easy. It'd be something I wouldn't mind doing at a time. iPink Sugi asks, I have a question. Do you have a natural accent, or is it acting? Just asking because it sounds pretty good. No, I'm not acting. This is my normal voice. You know, people say I've got the Cockney accent, but you know, wherever it is, this is how I am, man. East London all around. And 007 Homeboy asks, what's your view on time travel? Time travel is probably pretty good. You know, if I could time travel, I'd probably go back to the days when I was 7 years old, and start electronica music then, because it was more bigger back then, and then probably up to now I'd be much better than what I can do now. You know what I mean? So that would be wicked. And he said, if you so, would you use it for personal benefit or for other reasons? I would use it for personal benefit, but then I could use it for certain other reasons as well. You know, I would like to have seen Leonardo da Vinci paint some of his pictures live. I would like to have met some guys back in the times. I wonder what it would have been like here to actually see Robert Wadlow live in person. That guy was 8 feet 11 before he died. You know, the tallest man that ever lived on Earth. Just visualize how tall that is. 8 feet 11. That's nearly 9 feet, boy. But it's cool, it's cool. Now, Joey Real Gamer asks, what do you think of Roll Deep changing from grime to dance? I mean, can you really blame them? It's like every artist is trying to hand dance music these days. Let me put it this way, yeah. I think grime, yeah, is a victim of stereotypes. You know, I've noticed grime music. Like people say, yeah, you can't make it big with grime. All these grime artists have to move to dance, yeah. The sad thing is that it's not most their fault. Most idiot grime artists, yeah, decided they want to rap about someone they beat up before, or rap about certain things, yeah. And then it's got to such a stereotype that people think that every grime artist, yeah, every song they will sing is all about shanking and sort of things like that, yeah. Somebody said, I remember one time I was listening to an instrumental in front of someone. I said, right man, this sounds pretty grimy. She goes, this ain't grime. There's no lyrics about stabbing in there. It's like, people don't even think grime's a music genre. They actually think that it has to be only when lyrics are about stabbing. That's not grime at all, you know. And so there, and it's sad enough that for artists like JME, artists like you know, Tinchy Strider and Tiny Temper, they have got no choice but to go to dance music, yeah, just to show their lovely talents, when all the grime stuff they did were all about different stuff anyway, you know. So I feel it's pretty sad, you know. So I guess Roll Deep, they've got no choice. They've got no choice. It's just sad, you know. And second, what exactly did Kimbo Slice do to get himself kicked out of the UFC? When I think about it now, he wasn't really kicked out, yeah? Paul Daly was the one who was kicked out. What Kimbo Slice was released. Because Dana White was in an interview, yeah, and said that Paul Daly will never come back. And the guy asked him, will Kimbo Slice ever come back? He goes, yeah, if he comes back, if he wins a load of MMA matches and everything and get a good record, then he can be back, right? Because the situation is, quite a lot of people from UFC have been released, but then come back. It's happened. You know, Yves Edwards, he hasn't fought in the UFC for 4 years, and he's coming back here on the next event, which is a minor one. Brilliant. You know what I mean? If Kimbo Slice gets into some other MMA leagues and wins some matches, he could be back. But guess what? I found out it's not happening. He's going to become a professional boxer. And he's just going to do boxing from now on, really. That's going to be well. I reckon he'll do fantastic in that. It's unlucky because I thought, you know, he did put a damn good effort in. He did put a damn good effort. I mean, 4-2, that's not even a bad career, personally. Saw News asks, what do you think about... what do you think of Resident Evil Revelations for the Nintendo DS3? Unfortunately, I guess I may not have seen it. I must have missed that. If there's a trailer, so I guess I need to watch some of the... I guess I need to see a trailer on that. Second, have you ever watched any Saw films? If you have, what are your views on the films? You're going to be very shocked, but you know what? I haven't. Well, I mean, people mistaken, yeah, what type of violence I'm into. I'm into bare hand fighting violence and sport fighting violence, like boxing stuff violence. You know, like boxing violence that goes over the top, like Rocky IV. You know, MMA violence. That's my type of violence. Not gory with guts coming out violence and sawing chainsaws arms off violence. That's okay with games. With games that's fine, but with films, that's not usually my type. So no, I haven't seen none of the Saw films. I always said I would see, but it's hard to say you're going to watch Saw 3 when you know you haven't watched 1 or 2 yet, so it's no point. Alright, the Pac-Man Classic asks, are you planning on doing a Mega Man marathon where you clock all the Mega Mans 1 to 10? As I remember in the past video you said you wanted to play all of them in chronological order. Yeah, I do want to play them in chronological order, yeah. And I even want to, and I do actually want to clock them, yeah. But guess what? I can't. I'm shit at these games. These games are fucking hard. Do you know how hard these damn games are? You never guess what, right, yeah? I couldn't clock, yeah, Mega Man 1 without having a friend help me and using a cheat. You know? I'm not a true gamer at all, man. I'm fucking shit. That's just simple as that, man. I had to use the pause cheat to beat Mega Man 1. Mega Man 2's a struggle as well, man. These games are running hard games. It's fun, it's something I'd like to do, but man, it's a damn hard situation, boy. Second, do you feel that Family Guy has taken over The Simpsons in popularity, and do you feel The Simpsons has ran its course now, as it's been around for 20 years now, and they should just make only occasional episodes? I think Simpsons is still great in certain ways, but I've watched a few recent episodes of The Simpsons, yeah, and sadly, it seems as if the Simpsons were trying some of the type of random jokes that you see in Family Guy. I know that, okay, Simpsons was random in its time as well, but the jokes that I'm seeing, the stuff that I see in today's episodes of The Simpsons, yeah, it's the same type of stuff I see in Family Guy. I never ever see Simpsons do that before. You know, it seems as if they're trying a bit of Family Guy and a bit of South Park as well. You know, I mean, I still say it's still doing its time. You know, still brilliant for what it is, really. So I guess they can still make occasional episodes. But in popularity, I think Family Guy has taken over. Now, you know, some people have actually forgot about Simpsons. Many people don't even know about all the new episodes of Simpsons. I never even knew there was a Simpsons episode based on MMA until I saw Dana White complained about it. You know what I mean? I didn't even know. Okay. And Mr. Grimes, the anti-hero, asks, how would you feel if a movie director rebooted your film or one of your projects? I personally would feel angry, really, because every time someone does a film, they always do something that changes it, from the source material and everything, you know, and always want to make it realistic and do something to it, that just doesn't make it what it is, you know. So if I went to do my film, you know, and people changed it, I'll just be angry. It'd be just out of order. And second, do you think that there'll be a Mr. Grimes, TEMPHUiBIS and NSG collaboration soon? Yeah, there will be, man. I just need to, you know, some things are pretty hard. Some things that need to be stepped up. At the moment, working on an animation and things like that, but yeah, I reckon there'll be a collaboration. Yeah, I don't know about soon, but there will be a collaboration, because there's going to be a collaboration between me and you, as you know, and there's going to be a collaboration with me and NSG one day as well. We're going to come up with some dubstep stuff and probably some chilling stuff as well. So it's a pretty cool thing. Now, next question is from Jason Moore 87. Now, I've got a little problem with this one, because this is his second channel. We already had the questions from Bloody Moore J, and you know, now because he's got two channels, he's asked another question on here. You know, so you've basically got yourself 3 questions now, That's a bit sadly, it's a little bit out of order on the other people, just because you've got 2 channels, I still think you shouldn't really be asking me a question on each one of your channels. I don't know if that's I mean, you're going to make everyone want to bloody make another channel now, but I don't know, we're going to have to work around that, so, you know, I don't know if I should keep doing this, but I'll answer it now, He says, what will make you happier? You winning the lottery, 10 million tomorrow, or your third album gets into the top 100 and you get £20,000 and increase your fan base. What is your answer? You know what the answer is. It's the second one. £20,000 is enough for me to live my life. It's enough. And third album getting to the top 100, sorry, and increasing my fan base, that is what I want. I want fans, you know. But then again, 10 million, could easily help me get into the top 100 as well, because it will help me be able to pay for promotions. But still, I know what logic you're coming out with. I'll say the second one. Now here's one from Exclusive Rhymes. You know, this one's a bit of a weird one. Okay, not weird, but a hard one. He says, would you rather make loads of money through a record label, but you can only stick to a certain genre like techno or electro, or would you rather make your own music in your own style while pleasing your fans at the same time, regardless what you earn from it? Alright, there's 2 things weird on that one, right? One is, you know, one is the fact, that first, I'm trying to do this, just so I can live with it, so I can survive during it, So I'm hoping that I can earn at least just a little bit enough, just to work on the music more. You know, if I earn money through music and I survive by it, you know, it'll be a cool thing, and I can easily work more in it, make it a full-time job. That's what I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to earn from it. You know. Now you say if you go to a record label, you can only stick to a certain genre like techno, electro. My music's based on those anyway, really. So it didn't matter, really. Of course, you know. So I thought, and the situation is, I personally believe 25,000 people in this world like my music, but my promoting is so poor, I can't even get it to these people. I've found more websites, I've joined my music to loads more things, but they seem to be just websites that no one uses. So, you know, I'm gonna need a record label to help me get to those fans. So you've asked a question that's really twisted and tied here, really. Now, if you were saying, yeah, something about would you like make money from loads of make loads of money through a record label, but you can only stick to R&B and hip hop, then I would say no, because that is not my music. But you said techno and electro, and that is my music, you know. So, because the thing is, techno and electro has loads of subgenres anyway, which means I could still mix around the subgenres and do what I do with my music anyway. So you've asked a question that's kind of linked into both each other there, but so I really can't answer that one. That's a question. I'm sorry that I'm saying I can't answer that one. That's a real hard situation. So feel good that you actually twisted me up. And what category of games do you think you mostly influenced your style of music? Double Dragon and Streets of Rage type games. I mean, maybe even some beat 'em up games for the Commodore as well. You know, they have the lovely music that just they have such beautiful work on synths that just made me want to get my Commodore set up and, you know, make music using the Commodore and the Game Boy as well. That stuff works, boy. So yeah, that's what I really like. And Martino 007 asks, how many DVDs do you have right now? Jesus. Gosh, I can't count that. You know what, yeah, I have a video, yeah, called my DVD collection. I think since that video, how many more DVDs have I got? I've got the Street Fighter collection. I think I don't think I've got that much, you know. So when you really think about it, yeah, all you got to do is just watch my DVD collection video. Type in TEMPHUiBIS and then my DVD collection, because I only got one DVD collection video, and I think I show most of all the DVDs in there, and just plus that with the Street Fighter animated movie box set, and that's about it, really. And second, have you ever heard of rap rock, more likely preferred as nu metal, like band Limp Bizkit? If so, what do you think of them? Also, what's your favourite song from them and why? I like Limp Bizkit quite a bit. I like a few songs from them. My favourite song from them is Boiler, and it's got a very nice industrial, not industrial, but like it sounds like you are in a warehouse, yeah, with a load of pipes in it, one of these type of things. Like, I hear sort of sounds, that backgrounding noise that I remember hearing in Resident Evil in one of the underground parts of the game, and I think it's a very, very nice, brilliant game. So, you know, and I think the song, yeah, really matches that, and I think the song's really brilliant. So Boiler's definitely a class song, you know, definitely good stuff. And Air Cages asks, do you think that the more you force yourself to create a great song, the harder it gets? Some people say to you, you have to wait for the right time and the song will come to you. What are your thoughts? You know what, I do agree with that, you know. I feel that I've been trying to force myself to make great music here for a long time. That's why music's got so harder. Music, I mean, when I went through the first album, I rinsed that album. I just went through it like it was nothing. I used to make all the songs, most of the songs that I made in the leftovers, right, yeah, I feel that the flow I had on those songs were brilliant. I wasn't even trained at that time yet, and yet I was making some of the songs that people still love, you know. But the reason why is because the flow of it was brilliant. I feel that now that I know what I know now, I wish I could have the flow going with music the way I did before, you know. But music has become harder, you know. I mean, the passion's there, but certain ways with the things that's been going, because I want to be a success, yeah, I feel I have pressured myself to the point, and I'm not going to lie, it has got harder, a lot harder. And sometimes I do wait for the right time and the songs will come to you, like the time when I just woke up, when I went to my friend's house one day. I thought, let me just practice a little song, and then saved it, then went back home next day and continued it, and it felt like a big fluke. It was Zape's battle theme, and I never expected how well that song sounded. Like, well, I just put everything, it just works like that, you know. So it's a good thing, man. But it's harder, definitely. Have you seen any of the Step Up movies? Step Up 3D has the best 3D effects. Sadly, no, I ain't, you know. That's one thing I've not seen, but people like that film a lot. I guess I've got to give one of these films a try one day, I guess. And Katana Spirit asks, have you seen the movie Scott Pilgrim vs. the World? If so, what are your thoughts on it? Film of the year. What is your favourite game on the PSN? Currently now, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Game of the year. Simple as that. You know, most films lately, these days, have not been really at my taste, really. They've just been as if like, I've just been kind of bored with what films are coming out, what films are like these days. I mean, I love the films back in the old days. You Can Never Kill the Old films and stuff, right, yeah. But Scott Pilgrim vs. the World used some nice different original effects, made it like a real good comic book thing, used it different things for comedy and stuff, had this action, bloody beautiful blend of action, video game references and comedy. You know, I've never seen such a beautiful blend in my life. And it's like they made things fake deliberately, which is what I like. Films are supposed to be fake, but when people try realistic things in films, to me it just doesn't make it a film. It's just boring for me. That's my taste. So Scott Pilgrim vs. the World's fantastic, and on the game, same thing. They've done so much beautiful mixtures. You know, it's like Mario, Streets of Rage, Double Dragon. You know, maybe a little bit of Golden Axe mixed in there, a bit of Sonic the Hedgehog mixed in there. Beautiful. You know, damn brilliant game, worth buying. Ari Sonic asks, just wondering, have you seen the Tekken movie yet? Since I heard it was released on DVD in the UK on September 1st. I saw it quite a bit of time ago, you know. I forgot. I'm sorry to say, I should have made a video on this before, yeah. I've got to make a video on it soon, you know, tell you what my thoughts are on it, yeah. I'll let you know right now, yeah, they're not positive. JSJ07 asks, have you sold more copies of your first or second album? The first album, I don't know. You know, I mean, people are saying, yeah, my first album's still on the stores and everything, and that, yeah, still in the digital stores. I'm not seeing it there, and some people are saying they're buying it as well. If that's the case, well, I'm not receiving any money of it. But the second album, yes, yes, the second album's still selling. It's now made £80, made me £80, yeah, and I feel pretty happy with that, yeah. So I definitely would like to say thanks to everyone who's still purchasing my album. You know, I'm hoping you guys are liking it, and I'm hoping, yeah, people are gonna like what I'll come out with next. You know. Second, do you care about storylines for games like Tekken, or do you normally ignore this and focus more on the gameplay? Sometimes I do care about some of the storylines on Tekken. Maybe not the main characters much, yeah, because like, you know, with Kazuya, Jin and Heihachi and Jinpachi, there's always something that's always weird and confusing, and it's not much for me, right? Yeah, but I've always been interested in what's happening with King and Marduk, and now with Armor King. Now I like to see what happens next Tekken, even though I love it for the game more, but I actually still can't wait to see what happens here with King, Armor King and Craig Marduk, because Armor King's brother is basically looking at King as a traitor. Now King has to choose between his mentor's brother and Craig Marduk, his new friend and partner. What's going to happen? That's a pretty big shock really. It's good though. It's good. I do care a little bit for the storyline, but not too much. Well guys, that's enough of the Q&A today. That's it for today. I think my next video is probably going to be about... It's probably going to be a video response, yeah, to one of AG Entertainment's videos. He's come up with a good topic, and I want to expand on that topic, yeah. It's going to be about the PS3, the Wii, and the Xbox 360. I've got something to say about all three consoles. So that's it guys. I'll see you all later. Love you all.